always gonna work for me, 'cause it's a sunny day anyways. So why should we complain? It's a sunny day anyways.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Thunder and Lightning podcast. I'm Thunder.
And I'm Lightning.
And I just want to apologize to multiple people for multiple different reasons. I want to apologize to the listeners because I am sick, and I'm probably going to be coughing. I'll try to not do it a lot, but sometimes I'm just going to have to do it. I also, before we start proper, I wanted to apologize to you,
Yeah,
Chris.
you're fucking better.
I feel like, well, on the last
This is a long time coming.
okay. No, on the last podcast.
Yeah.
I feel like. See, that was an example of a cough. I feel like I tried to make a joke and it came off weird and I brought the whole podcast down. You were talking about Kelsey and how her name is Lightning but with a little L, and I was like I think it was early in the day.
Okay.
I was hungry.
I genuinely don't remember what you're talking about.
I was like fake angry, and I told you that I was gonna cut it out, and then it ruins the bit if you call her that on camera. And I feel
okay.
like we had a great day. We had a good stream.
Yeah.
We had a great rest of the day. But I feel like listening back to it, I feel like I, at least for a few moments, brought the podcast down. And I just wanted to apologize because it came off
it's okay.
wrong. It was always a joke. I will reiterate that I do feel like in some capacity it ruins the joke if you call her that on camera. But I will argue against myself that it never mattered and none of this matters and it wasn't a big deal.
I mean, if we call her Lightning, that's fine with me. I think the title with a lowercase L should be on the screen.
Yeah.
If we're not gonna make note of it.
Yeah. No, that's the point I was trying to make, but instead I tried to make a joke about it and it didn't work.
No, the joke can see. I was under the assumption that you say Lightning, and then nobody gets it because in no way, shape, or form are they seeing her name. But yeah, for people who listen to the podcast, and know about our channel, I think they get the joke at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And also we're gonna
it's
have
no big deal.
Or actually, what's the timeline on this? 2 days. Oh, sorry, my PS5 is updating stuff for some reason. 2 days ago, Wednesday. So this is coming out Friday. Wednesday, she was featured heavily in a video.
Yes.
And I did do that. I put
I
names
figured
on
you.
the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cut out. I assume you cut out our because I also made the.
Yeah. I did. I just
Which is
left
fine.
the intros.
Yeah.
Yeah. It actually, I was going to use one font for all three, but I forgot that some fonts don't actually let you do lowercase, so I had to find a font that did. So then I just ended up using 3 different fonts.
That's cool.
But anyways,
there's a ton of things I probably need to apologize for things I've said on these podcasts, and I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I forgive you, mostly because I don't remember, and I think you're fine.
Definitely, and I am part of this community. Definitely have said some offhanded things to the larger people society.
Well,
that were meant to be jokes.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate that not everybody is as comfortable with how they look as I am. So I am genuinely sorry if I've ever offended somebody to that degree. Since we're apologizing, I also there's some things I felt bad about what I've said on this podcast.
Yeah, I mean it's we don't have that many subscribers, but regardless we do record ourselves a lot.
Yeah.
So dumb shit is bound to be said.
Oh yeah.
Here and there.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, with that out of the way, how was your week?
My week was good. I'm struggling to think of anything significant that I did this week. I guess after last week you get a I get a pass, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um.
Oh yeah, 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 totally.
Oh, I did go antiquing with my grandfather, my cousin, and my dad.
Okay.
And that was fun. I bought a Army cavalry bugle that works.
Oh, like a trumpet.
Yeah, but
Like a trumpet.
without the
Right.
What are these called? Oh my God,
Pegs?
what are these
Are
called?
those called pegs?
I don't think they're called pegs. They're you push on them.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
Christ,
The three
valves. The valves. It doesn't have the
yes,
valves.
The 3 valves on the trumpet.
Yeah.
No, you control the sound with your own voice.
Right. I want to use it in a skit because it's hysterical. You hold it up, you feel very triumphant, and then it's like.
Is that because it's old, or is that the sound it
no,
always
it's
made?
no, it's because I suck at it.
Oh,
I
okay.
guarantee you get.
Oh, because you need the mouth, the trumpet mouth, the
It's
trumpet
got it.
lips thing, right?
No, this thing is.
No,
complete.
I mean, there's a certain way to
Oh
put
yeah,
your
yeah,
lips
yeah.
when
You need
yeah.
to know how to actually
Yeah,
control the sound that comes
I
out of it.
sort of know how to do that. I
see,
did
that's
take
the
trombone lessons for 1 year.
Oh, you probably know more than me then. I mean, we have plenty of friends who are horn players, and they've all tried explaining it to me, and I'm like,
yeah.
that's what they say to do. They're like, just go, and I'm like, all right, I'll do
Yeah.
it.
No, and then you do it, and you're like, it didn't work.
And then they laugh at you. But no, that was fun. I'm thinking there was definitely something else. Bands are doing well. All 3 bands are this close. I know the people can't see, but my fingers are just so
They're
close
very
together.
Small. It's
They're
a very
so close
small gap. I can barely see through it.
to playing out again.
Good.
I
All
saw-
of them?
Yeah.
Cool.
The one you managed just by proxy because they were the last ones to get their shit going again are definitely furthest off, but even they're on the cusp.
Yeah.
They're getting close. Saw Froggy and the Friendship play. The band that does our intro. I'm pretty sure you've already seen a clip from that concert if you're watching this podcast. That was Pauline's first time seeing them. And
Oh, cool.
it's funny. I mentioned it to Ryan. I'll mention it here because I thought it was cute. She's not used to like the local music scene. So we show up and we're in front and I see Ryan and I'm like, giving a little wave. Maybe he'll see me. Because he's busy. He's doing stuff. They're
Right.
going on in like 10 minutes. And she's next to me. She's going, Ryan! And I'm like, no, it's okay. He'll get Ryan! And I'm like, he'll see us. It's all right. It's not, it's not important right now. We'll see him before we leave.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny that she was like, he will acknowledge us. And I was like, no, I get it. If this was any other time, he's being rude. But right now, he's busy.
Right.
And he's got things he's got to do.
Yeah.
It's funny. But I think that's all the major stuff that's happened this week.
Maybe correct me if
Yeah, I might be forgetting
this
stuff.
already happened and we already talked about it, but a friend of the channel, Catherine, stopped by, and
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about that, huh? Yes. Thunder with
with a small T,
I
guess.
will not say how her name is spelt.
Even though, as we learned, it should be reversed.
Yeah, well, you can't tell them that.
Oh, sorry.
That's for them to find out on their own by listening back to the earlier podcast. It's on something.
It was a podcast.
It was a podcast.
It
from
was
like
episode
2 years ago.
It was episode of the podcast. I don't remember which one.
But yeah, the if it's like we're both president and they're vice president. If we ever die, it's their duty to keep it going.
Yeah.
Pauline's just there either way.
Yeah.
And then she marries Kelsey, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah. Them's the laws. How was your week?
My week has been literal hell.
Yeah.
I've had such a rough week, not just because I'm sick. I feel like I had a food story, but I remember thinking, oh, I have a food story.
Well, we went to a hot dog. Oh, we probably talked about that last
Yeah,
time.
we talked about that already. I remember thinking, oh, I have a food
Your
story.
Mr. Beast burger?
Maybe, I don't know. Mr. Beast Burger was just good. I don't know if that's necessarily like
A story.
a story because it was just good. I don't
Was
know.
it a Dr. Payne thing? Because we did record new episodes of that recently.
No, I don't know. I remember being like, oh, I have a food story, but now I can't remember what it was, so it must not have been significant. No, so I've been sick for probably a whole week at this point.
Yeah.
I'm getting better. I haven't been sick in like 3.5 years, so it's really hit me hard. It's just a cold, I should say. But the way this always happens with me when I get cold, when I get colds, I get the sore throat first and no other symptoms. And then that basically goes all the way away, and then I get everything else, the coughing, the runny nose, all the stuff. And then everything except the coughing goes away, and then I just have coughing for like a week after I'm like technically sick. So that's kind of where I'm entering right now. Like as you can probably tell, I'm still a little nasally, voice is a little like, oh, he's clearly sick. But the worst thing I've got right now is the cough. While I was sick, though, everything just sort of decided to stop work. It felt like the simulation was breaking. Felt like someone I took the Anthony slider and was just turned it to like bad time. Because just a slew of okay, well, first of all, the good. I've been slowly, I probably mentioned this months ago, but I've been slowly working my way through the Marvel Cinematic Universe once again. And when I say slowly, I mean I watched Hulk, and that was the last thing I watched. But because I was sick, I watched 2 more. I watched Iron Man 2 and I watched Thor. Thor is weird. Not bad.
Yeah,
it's just
it's an odd one.
You can tell that
they didn't know what to do with him.
No, you can just tell that it doesn't play like a superhero movie. You can really tell that Kenneth Branagh, who is the director who played Gilderoy Lockhart, but also played, who is also the director and star of Murder on the Orient Express. You could tell that him and his writing team are used to writing Shakespeare.
Right.
And it, for better or for worse, I mean, that it's a good movie. It's way different. And it has like, as far as Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America, and Thor, forget Iron Man 2 for a second, as far as those movies are concerned, Thor has like the least amount of bearing on the rest of the MCU. Like obviously we're introduced to Loki, who is as far as a big bad is concerned for Phase 1, that's him.
Right.
But it not much happens. In that, like, Thor, for who he is and like his like space god status, he solves such a small localized problem. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting movie. So then, funny story. It's so charming and hilarious and just silly all around. Like over $1,000 was stolen from me.
Oh yeah.
So somebody. I don't know who, obviously.
It was me.
Son of a bitch, I knew it was you. No, somebody hacked one of my accounts. They didn't gain access to my credit card technically, but they gained access to my login info on an account I have that my credit card was attached to. And what they did was they made just like a bunch of purchases. Like you can literally see like, if you look at my transaction history, you can see like when it stops being me and it starts being him, because mine is like $3 a couple weeks ago, $11 a month ago, and then it was like between 3:30 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. Saturday or Sunday, or I mean not Saturday. It was Friday, because Saturday was Dr. Payne. He spent like over $1,000. It was like 50, 100, 115. So I did what any normal person would do. I deleted my card, I changed my password, and then I panic deleted my entire account off that website. I went to the bank the next day and I was like, yo, this is what happened. And they were super helpful. My bank has been great this time. Because I know
Yeah,
I've
they're
told,
usually not.
I know I've told horror stories about my bank before, but sometimes they help, and this time they did. They were essentially like, all right, well, obviously we're going to cancel your card and give you a new one. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry, lots of bodily functions going on over here. And they brought out a transaction history, and they were like, circle all the ones that aren't you. And I was like, well, interestingly enough, all of these are me. And she was like, oh, on my computer screen that I'm legally not allowed to show you, there's a bunch of pending stuff. And I was like, can you read them off? And she was like, yeah, 50, 50, 100. I was like, okay, there it is. There they are. She was basically like, this is the part that was a little weird. This is the part that people have been questioning. She was basically like, oh, these are pending. And because they're pending, I can't do anything about them. We just have to wait to see if they clear or not. And my mom is pretty adamant that she should have been able to cancel those.
Yeah, they're the ones who are supposed to clear them. So,
right.
like, if she's like, I that makes no sense to me. Or whoever your card, whatever card you have. Like, I have a debit card, but it's technically a MasterCard.
Yeah, I have a St. Jean's card, but it's technically a MasterCard.
So it is your bank.
Yeah, yeah.
So they are. Yeah, there's nobody else.
Yeah,
who
it was
can
a
clear
weird.
those except them.
It was a weird selection of words. She was definitely like, because they're pending, I can't do anything with them. We just have to wait. They're probably not going to clear though, and I was convinced that they weren't going to clear because my account on that site didn't exist anymore, and also my credit card was canceled. So. Skipping ahead a bit in my whole week, I go back Monday. I talk to someone. I had two things to talk about. One, that the new card they gave me didn't work because I tried to use it already. So I go to her, and she basically was like, it did clear, and the money was taken out. So now my account is empty, and it has like an overdraft fee of like $3 or something. My account is technically like not allowed to have overdraft fees right now, so I think it was like the minimum without like getting a fee or whatever. But the website that this all went down on, they actually contacted me, separate from me contacting them, and they were basically like, hey, we saw some shady activity on your account, we're looking into it. And then the next day they were like, you're going to get a full refund of your money. So I did technically lose the money, but it seems in 3 to 5 business days so probably by the time this podcast airs, I should have all that money back. It seems like everything's fine now.
So as far as your bank's concerned, now this kind of pisses me off. As far as your bank's concerned, you addressed the problem before it became a problem, and they were like, no, we're going to wait till it's a problem.
Yeah.
And then when it is a problem, oh, fuck you.
Right. Because if website didn't get back to me and was like, you're going to get a full refund, which I did not expect them to do that, I don't necessarily know what the next step would be. I have a feeling I wouldn't be getting 100% of my money back if I had to like solve it through the bank.
You know what else is blowing my mind? She says, no, we have to wait till those are cleared, and then you say, oh, wait, no, those were me. Can you just cancel them? And she'd probably be like, oh, yeah, I'll cancel them for you.
Maybe, yeah, that's a good point.
Like what? That blows my mind. I don't think I knew or quite grasped that part of the story till now, but
yeah,
that makes zero sense to me.
Yeah, that's what
they
people have
waited
been
till
saying.
you got fucked.
Yeah,
and that's not cool. You know, you gave your bank props. I'm saying they did shit this time again.
Okay.
That's my takeaway is. Fuck your bank. I'm sorry, but every single time you have an issue with them, they just don't give a shit.
Well, yeah. Usually the problem is internal. Like they fucked up and now I can't use my credit card. But this time
they
it was
still
clearly
fucked up.
Right.
You approached them. She should have been like, "Oh wow, good for you for showing up right away because we can solve it."
Right.
But instead she was like, "Oh no, you haven't lost this money yet." And I should inform somebody that these transactions shouldn't get cleared, but they're probably gonna. And then they did.
Yeah. It seems like it's gonna be fine. It seems like it definitely wasn't the bank's the bank that resolved it. It seems like it kind of resolved itself without
Hopefully.
Hopefully. We'll see. It's still Tuesday when we're recording this. And then, so this is happening Friday night, technically Saturday morning. It was like 1, 2 a.m. in the morning. I just so happen to, you're awake in bed. You're like, oh, browse social media sites. I happened to go to this one, and I was like, oh, $1,000 poorer. Interesting. So Saturday rolls around. We have Dr. Payne. Filming Dr. Payne went great. I felt awful the whole time. My plan was to go home, edit the video that was supposed to go up on Sunday, and then Sunday was going to be a normal day. You come over, we do a podcast. Pauline was going to come here. We were going to stream Luigi's Mansion. Instead, what ended up happening was I took an involuntary 7-hour nap right after we were done filming Dr. Payne. And I woke up at like 10:30, and I felt even worse. So I called Chris. I was like, hey, I've got to cancel. So I did, and then I slept in the next day. And then when I say slept in, I mean like I woke up and had breakfast at like 11, and then I like went back to bed, and I literally slept until like 6 p.m.
Wow.
So I wake up. Now it's Sunday. Everything's been canceled. The video that was supposed to go up on Sunday didn't, and I was like, okay, maybe let me edit it now. Maybe it'll be up tomorrow. I'll try my best. Still not feeling great at this point.
Before you go any further, because I know the next part of this.
Yeah.
Do you want to record what should have been Sunday next Sunday? Because Pauline is off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we
Okay.
can do that.
All
Yeah,
right.
I was worried about that because I know her schedule is...
No, she happens to have next, but somebody's asking to change with her, so she actually wanted to know like
Okay, cool.
as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So when this podcast goes up Friday, she'll find out.
Okay, yeah.
No. Continue. Sorry.
So I wake up at 6. I shower. I get some food in me. I start feeling pretty okay. And I was like, okay, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to edit. I'm going to edit as much as I can. If I don't get it done, I'll just finish it tomorrow. I'll go from there. Because I had already gotten the, like, hey, no big deal from Chris that all this was taking so long.
Yeah.
And so now it's like 8 o'clock at night. I sit down. The editor's been open for a while. So I edit one thing. I do like one cut, literally. And then I'm like, this is going too slow. I'm going to close it and open it again. And then I did, and then it wasn't working. And I found out through so many clicks that the editor that I use, Lightworks, which is a free editor, so I have like a free license, but I have to like sign in each week in order to keep that free license. It's very strange. I don't know why I couldn't just download this program and have it on my computer.
Mm-hmm.
But their site was down. Their entire site was down. If you go to lwks.com, it was not there. It either said 502 bad gateway or 403 forbidden, or just your basic average white screen black text error messages that are associated with websites not working. And because their website was down, their servers was down, and I couldn't connect to the servers, and I had to be connected to the servers in order to use the editor. And it wasn't just me. I clicked around, poked around the internet. I found a bunch of people being like, hey, this is not working.
And since their servers were down, that means our channel was down.
Yes, yeah.
Because if Lightworks dies, so does Thunder and Lightning.
Yeah.
Until we figure out something else to do.
Because here's the deal. Like, I'm all for
we'll find a new software.
downloading a new software and learning it and stuff. But like,
this one so well, it's worth losing a couple of days to stick with Lightworks.
Also,
Had it gone any further, we would have dumped it and gone somewhere else.
Also, at this point, I'm pretty much
You're in the middle of a
halfway
project,
through a pretty long edit.
Yeah.
Pretty involved edit. So we were going to on Monday upload an unedited, like, hey, here's what's happening, but Monday morning rolls around, the editor's fixed. So like literally all the problems, the editor, the money being stolen, the me being sick, they're all like fine or about to be fine. It just like for a couple days there, I was just like, can I just have a break?
Yeah.
Can I just have one break, please?
No kidding.
Speaking of breaks,
Man.
our food is here.
Oh, cool.
So we will probably. But what were you gonna say? Sorry.
I knew all of these things were happening, but
Yeah.
like I didn't put them all together till now. Like this was all happening at once. That
Oh
sucks.
yeah, this was like everything I said just now was like 48 hours of my life.
Yeah.
it was like 3:30 a.m. Saturday to 3:30 a.m. Monday was just like a hellscape
Yeah.
that I had to like go to the bank twice, but also on top of that I had to sleep a lot and also film Dr. Payne. It was just like a lot that I had to deal with. But
Jeez.
it seems like everything is fine now. We're gonna go eat, but for
Break
you
time.
it'll be like 1 second.
For us, it might legit be like 2 hours. We might have to do something in between.
Oh
but
yeah,
we'll see.
depending on yeah, we'll see.
We'll be back. It's been 3 days since last you've heard
It's
from us.
it's like it's like 3.5 hours later.
Yeah.
We're not gonna say why, but we
Oh, might as well hype it up, right?
well we don't. I'm not sure how soon after this it's
Okay.
gonna. I will say
we
we're,
did a channel thing.
where we've apologies for the lack of content lately. It's because I've been sick, and then our editing software went AWOL for like 24 whole hours. We have a lot of exciting stuff coming up. Something that we just worked on. I'm proud of us. We're doing some cool stuff.
We're
and I'm
doing
excited
some
for
different
people to
stuff
see. We're doing
too.
some different stuff also. Yeah.
We might have just started a new series for this channel,
Yeah.
which is very exciting.
Yeah.
But none of that matters right now.
Because we're on
'Cause
to
it's-
news
It's time for
time.
news.
Lay it on me.
All right, ready? We're starting off strong.
Okay.
You're gonna love this one.
I love it already.
District 10
No.
will pull from a topic in American history. It's slavery. I didn't even read the article. It's gonna be slavery. You have aliens. You have people from a different world who you already treat as lesser than. It's gonna be slavery. I'm sure of it.
Why are we is that real? We're really making a District 9 sequel. It's called District 10. Is it still Neil Blomkamp making it?
I don't know
Because that
who's
guy makes
making it.
bad movies.
I'm sorry. I didn't
District-
hire him.
Fire him, Chris. I don't care if you didn't hire him. You fire him right now. I hate it. I've talked about this before.
I
don't
know
if
you don't like that.
I don't know if I
movie.
did on a podcast or not. I fucking hated District 9.
I think District 9 was a bit boring. I think it could have been a lot more exciting than it was. I love the concept for District 9. I think I've said that before.
Okay.
I like the way it was shot. I like how it was like it had an office kind of feel. Like for some scenes it felt like the camera's just a dude filming
Yeah.
what's happening. I think District 9 might have been a bit early for its time. I think if District 9 came out today, it'd be the shit, and somebody would have known exactly what to do with it.
Maybe.
Because when District 9 came out, it felt like it was an oddball. Like, nobody's making a movie like this right
Yeah.
now. And I don't think people knew exactly how to make a movie like that.
Yeah. I think it's profoundly boring, and I
It's
didn't enjoy
boring.
it. Yeah.
It's boring. I really like the concept. But anyways, yeah, so they said it will pull from a topic of American history. I made a point not to read that article because I want to make my claim now that it's gonna be
probably slavery that they're referring to.
Yeah. So there's something you and I were talking about recently.
Yeah.
Spider-Man movie theaters are using fake posters to promote No Way Home.
Sorry,
Of
this
course
is
they
just
are.
I just love this so much.
I don't blame
They're
the
allowed
movie
to do
theater.
that?
No, but you know what else? Marvel isn't allowed to not promote one of their movies if they want it in theaters. I think
I mean I think I've been thinking about this a lot. I think not that I agree with it, but I think Marvel is just like promote 2 movies at a time. Like as soon as Shang-Chi drops, I bet you we're going to start seeing Spider-Man
That's too
trailers.
late.
Oh, it is too late.
I think you're right.
It's
That's
incredibly
too late.
it's way too late.
Um,
No, we should be seeing Spider-Man trailers now, and there's no reason we shouldn't
Right.
be.
and
That movie, I know how trailers work. I know how they're made. That movie is done enough that we can have a trailer.
it really gives off the vibe that they were waiting to see how Black Widow did.
Mm. Yeah, are they?
but-
You think they're trying to gauge premiere access and people's
Yeah,
interactions with it?
yeah. And anyways, that's happening, and frankly I don't blame them. I want to touch up on Loki for a second. Some news just came out, which was kind of cool.
Oh, okay.
The oldest Loki variant that was in the
Like the lineup.
yeah, like who was quote unquote the oldest one out of the group. Kid Loki is the oldest Loki variant in the Void. Oh, it's called the Void. Reveals actor Jake Veal, who's the Kid Loki. He says that Kid Loki was pruned thousands of years before and just didn't age.
Oh. Okay.
I thought that was interesting.
That is interesting.
Um,
It's a one of those like I didn't need that info. But
right,
it's cool. That's cool.
right. Liam Gallagher's son and Ringo Starr's grandson headed to trial for racially aggravated assault.
Sure.
Yeah.
Who I don't know that first name. Who's Liam Gallagher?
I assume he's related to the guy from the Zodiac.
Jake Gyllenhaal?
Oh, shit. I don't know. A musician? Oh, it's got to be a musician, right?
You think, right?
I was so in my head. I just said Jake Gyllenhaal this whole time. Yeah, you.
Liam Gallagher is William John Paul Gallagher, lead singer and frontman of Oasis.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. Moving on.
I knew I recognized the name. So what happened? They
yeah.
did
So
a racial hate crime, and now they're
it sounds it. Racially aggravated assault.
racially aggravated. Yeah, that sounds like a hate
I
crime.
did read the article. It sounds like they got into a fight and said some racist slurs to the people
okay.
they were upset at.
Yeah, that's not okay.
No. Jordan Peele announces new film Nope, starring Daniel Kaluuya,
The guy from Get Out.
Keke Palmer,
Nice.
and Stephen Yeun, Yeun. Yeun.
That name I am not familiar with.
Did I say Kaluuya?
Yeah.
Kaluuya, just in case somebody doesn't know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
no, the guy from Get Out. He was also in
Yes.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, the Get Out, another Jordan Peele film.
Yes. Yes.
That's probably what. Yeah, no, he's a great actor.
st-
Love that guy.
Jordan Peele's a great director too. I'm very
also
excited.
Also that.
Very excited to see what he's got going on.
So it's called Nope.
It's called Nope.
Interesting.
Nope.
All of his movies have
Short title.
very short. I was going to say one word, but Get Out is obviously
Yeah,
two words. They're
Get
all,
Out is the longest title.
They're
he's got.
all they. And maybe it's to not give away what the film is about because I haven't seen Us yet. I'm pretty sure there's like a clone thing going on, but like the title gives
Us is really good.
the title gives away nothing, is what I'm getting.
Yeah,
at.
well, I wonder if he's going the old route. Like, it's very what I like about it, and it gives me this vibe. Even his filmmaking gives me this vibe. It's very classic.
Yeah.
Jaws, Star Wars.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Harry Potter. It's like they're not long. Okay, Harry Potter, comma, a paragraph.
And then yeah.
But like it's
That was
very
the big
classic.
joke. That was the big joke back then when those books were still coming out.
Oh yeah.
Everyone who parodied it was like Harry Potter 7 and then like literally 3 paragraphs
Yeah,
of text
yeah.
for the title.
But like I wonder if that's what he's going for, just like classic movies got small names.
He seems like he's inspired by, if there was two things that Jordan Peele is inspired by, it's race, topics
Mhm.
of race, and also just classic the way we used to make movies.
Yeah.
Not even just horror movies, like
Yeah.
you said.
No, I my respect for that man just keeps growing.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, Key and Peele was okay. I'm just saying. I've said this to other people. He was my favorite between the two. There, I didn't think much of him though.
Right.
And then I hear he starts making movies, and my God, is he good? He's
No,
doing
he
fantastic.
did the dang thing. He did the thing that that so many people have failed to do before, where he started out as a comedian and everyone was like, oh, Jordan Peele from Key and Peele. I love Key and Peele. It's so funny.
Yeah.
And then he makes horror film and they're like, the horror film, but it's a comedy guy.
Right.
It's like what happened with Jim Carrey in the number 23. It's just like, but that's a comedian and he's into horror. That's not how it works. And then Get Out came out and we were all like, fuck. Everyone shut up. It was so good. It was really good. Please make more movies.
And then he did.
Didn't he also, no one saw it because it was on CBS Access. But
Twilight,
didn't he also
yeah.
make the Twilight
He
Zone
redid
reboot?
Twilight.
Yeah.
He's at least in it. I don't know if it's him who made him.
I think he made it, yeah.
Okay, that's really he's the right guy for it.
Oh,
if he
yeah.
did make it.
Does he host it too? Why can't
He
I
does.
watch
He
it?
does host it.
I want to watch it.
We'll wait until all these things fail, and then we'll get all the content from
Pretty
them.
sure CBS Access already did fail.
Well, then give us Twilight. It's got to be on YouTube or something.
Yeah, give us Twilight.
Give us Twilight
Wolves versus vampires.
and fire that guy Anthony doesn't like.
What was it? Team Jacob.
What? No,
But I'm on
District 10.
You're on Team Jacob, and you said Twilight and not Twilight Zone, so I've been making
Oh.
Twilight jokes, like the Kristen Stewart movie.
Moving on. Eric
Yeah.
Clapton won't perform for discriminated, in quotes, audiences where vaccination is required.
So
Trying to
he's
get
an
the quote right.
anti-vaxxer? Eric Clapton is
He's-
an anti-vaxxer? Is that what I'm hearing?
It doesn't. So I don't want to
right,
say
of course.
anything I'm not supposed to here.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like he's an anti-vaxxer. It sounds like there's this new, because he's not the only one doing this shit. It sounds like they're like, I don't want to discriminate against people who don't want to get the vaccine and people who do want to get the vaccine.
Oh, I see. So he's in being neutral, in attempting to be neutral, he is sort of being like, I just won't play out, I guess.
No. Well, see, no, he's taking it the unsafe route.
Oh.
He's saying, I'm going to play shows and I do not require any
I see.
proof of vaccination.
So he's trying to be like, I know that there are people who are vaccine and people who aren't. Everyone should get to see my music regardless of how sick they get.
Right.
I see. Yeah, that's a no-no. That's a
Yeah.
no-no from me.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not good. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to tiptoe around the bush. Eric Clapton is doing some bullshit.
Yeah.
I calling somebody an anti-vaxxer is big guns.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's quite going that far,
Right. But he's definitely not-
in that heading that direction.
Yeah.
Definitely not cool things.
Yeah.
We got that Grogu poster. Everybody's seen. Everybody's talking about.
Yeah. I believe we talked about it last time. If we didn't, I hadn't seen it last time we talked about it, but I've seen it now, and I don't get why they released it. The end.
Yeah, it's a weird time to release it. It's a cool poster. It's a hype poster.
I
don't understand why it's happening now.
I'll say this of it: it definitely looks fake. I don't know what
Yeah,
it is
it looks-
about
it
it. It
looks
does
fake.
not look
Well, it's
like official
because
Star Wars merch.
It's because it just gives away so much.
Right? It's
They hid the fact that Rey was getting her own lightsaber for 3 films, all the way up until the last scene.
Right.
And then this one, they're just like, oh, here's the color it's gonna be. Here's the parts.
Right.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
here's
that was-
Grogu making it, and here's his Jedi Master Luke.
That's what was weird about it, was how much detail was there. Like if the shirt was just
The
Grogu,
shirt?
what?
The shirt.
Poster, sorry.
I'll take a shirt of this.
If the poster was just Grogu messing with some metal pieces and we were left to infer, like, that's him building a lightsaber, that'd be cool. But the fact that Luke is there and he's holding a crystal and you can tell it's a specific
color it is.
and you're just like, okay, well, fucking just make the scene then. Like, what are you doing? What is this poster?
But can I take a step back? What's crazy is let's go back in time to like 3 days ago.
Okay.
When we didn't know about this poster.
Right.
There was the question of, is Grogu gonna come back for the Mandalorian?
Oh, I know. Yeah,
and then this
we
poster
still don't.
comes out.
Yeah.
We still don't know. But then what the fuck? If season 3
Right.
of the Mandalorian comes out and Grogu's not in it, I'm gonna be like, what was that?
Right. If they're like, well, we're done showing Grogu.
Does it say the Mandalorian on it? Because that would be some shit. It doesn't. What if this is? That would make sense why it's coming out now. What if this was a subtle drop that a new show about Grogu and Luke was coming out?
There's no fucking way that they're gonna do CGI Luke for
No,
8
listen,
full episodes.
Listen. Fuck you. I'm going to skip
Are
right
you
down to the
Are you
bottom.
gonna talk about the guy they just hired?
Yes.
Yeah, the
who
guy
did
who
the,
made.
who did the effects
I was gonna
for
bring
Luke.
this up if you didn't, because the guy on YouTube made the last scene of Mandalorian with the CGI Luke reveal look like a little bit better. Like,
Yeah.
you could tell that it looked a little better, but like the original one still isn't bad by any
No.
metric. And they were like, "Oh, you're ours." He
I'm
was
not
hired
gonna-
by ILM.
I'm not going to dump on this kid.
I'm not dumping on him.
No, but I'm going to say some things. It looks different. I don't even know if I'd necessarily say it looks better.
That's
It
the thing.
looks
That's what I mean.
different.
Like, he tweaked it a little, and it's like, oh, I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, they actually reviewed it on those Corridor Crew reacts to CGI
did
stuff. They were like they both look fine.
Yeah.
And then they were essentially like, I'm not gonna lie, this one does look better, but they both look fine. They're both passable. They're
Yeah.
both pretty good. And they even mentioned like the Luke Skywalker in Mandalorian looks way better than the Leia from Rogue One. Like,
Oh, yeah.
You didn't have to. Tons of people were like, I'm gonna fix the Leia scene. You didn't have to do that to the Mandalorian. But if you wanted to, this guy did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
But
It's just incredible that he got a job off of, like,
yeah,
the slightest bit better. And, like, he had no time. Like, what gets me is these people making The Mandalorian had time restraints and had a budget. There's a difference between that and doing it on your own time for fun.
right.
So, like, that could have taken that kid the entire time it took them to make that entire episode.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, good for him. He got a job. I hope it means we're seeing more CGI Luke.
Maybe that doesn't definitely mean that.
No,
but like,
no, not by any
maybe-
means. But we were making our conspiracy theory
Yeah.
over here, and I was like, wait a minute.
Well, because what I was gonna say, going back to the poster real quick, what I was gonna say is like that'll happen sometimes where it's like Star Wars or Disney or somebody will make a thing and then they'll make like a side character and then they do an episode or season 2 of the thing and that side character isn't there. It's like, what happened to everyone's favorite side character from part 1? And then they'll do like a short or a comic or something to like fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
It's weird to fill in the blanks with a single poster. But
I
that
don't- yeah.
definitely seems like that's what they're doing.
So you think next time we see Grogu lightsaber decked out,
Or
he's
we
starting
just
his training?
or we just don't see him again,
I
which would
think
suck.
it would suck considering this is the new Mickey Mouse of Disney. I don't know if they're ready to let him go. Moving on, though.
Yeah.
Kanye West, you ever hear of him?
No. Oh, you mean president-elect?
Yes. Is now living at Mercedes-Benz Stadium as he completes work on a new album. Kanye has set up a recording studio and living quarters inside the Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Oh, I see.
And on
So
Saturday, he was seen wandering around the building during a soccer match.
I see. So he's homeless. He's a
think he's-
hobo, and he illegally lives inside of a sports stadium.
I think he was given permission. But
Really?
if I
what you
can,
just read really did. It's like,
can I show you the
it's like
picture?
he's like a cryptid. Like people think they might have seen Kanye West in a bathrobe hanging around.
Look at this picture.
Yeah.
Do you not see his face?
What? I can't. Oh, he's got a.
It's got like a condom over his head or
He's
something.
got like videos over his face.
Uh,
The hell?
If I can pull back the curtain for a second, this man is mentally ill.
Probably.
And somebody really needs to help him out. There's no reason for any of what he's doing. And I
No.
understand being like, I want to immerse myself in my passion and what I'm writing about. And like, if he's writing about this stadium, you don't need to fucking live there and
Right.
record in it.
I'm just
You're
imagining.
insane.
I'm just imagining like it's 6:30 a.m. the day of a big soccer game, and he wanders onto the field in a bathrobe and like bunny slippers, and he's got a coffee. He's just like, get the fuck out of my house! It's early. What are you doing?
Oh my god. The man is insane. moving on.
Yes.
Nintendo. Oh, this is next game that we don't know what to do for, or actually, if we had like a contest, we were like, we're gonna pick from these games.
Okay.
We should get this thing because I love it. Nintendo Switch game card spinner.
Oh,
You put the cartridges in a
okay.
spinner. You spin it,
I see.
and that's how you decide which game you're gonna play next. I love this.
That's cool.
I really like
Can't
this.
do that with PS5 whole ass discs.
No.
Chris,
That's me.
are we gonna talk about Thrawn and Ezra?
You want to bring them up?
There's a new rumor, and it might be true. Maybe.
Bring them up.
Uh,
I've got a lot more. I think after this, I'll start doing rapid fire.
Okay. What is his name? His name is I just remembered. Okay. So Thrawn and Ezra
Bridger.
Bridger. Okay, so Admiral Thrawn and Ezra Bridger, two characters that I'm not familiar with from Star Wars, Clone Wars, and or Rebels, are going to appear in the Rosario Dawson-led Ahsoka Tano standalone Disney Plus TV show. And it has been highly contested who's going to be playing them. It seems like there might be an official casting in Lars Mikkelsen as Admiral Thrawn and Mena Massoud as Ezra Bridger. Mena
He's
Massoud,
the perfect
yes,
casting
yeah.
for
If you
Ezra.
don't, if you're not quite sure who Mena Massoud is, he played Aladdin in the live-action Aladdin, and Lars Mikkelsen is, I can only assume, Mads Mikkelsen's brother. Mads Mikkelsen, of course, already part of the Star Wars expanded universe.
Right.
He played the General Urso from Rogue One.
Yeah,
The guy who made the plan that was like, there's a hole in the Death Star.
There's Jyn Erso and there's her
And Daddy
father
Urso.
and Daddy Erso.
Mads Mikkelsen's just like in everything, by the way.
Oh
nowadays.
yeah. I'd say the kid who played Aladdin, perfect casting for Ezra. My money would still be on Robert Downey Jr. for Thrawn. I know that's not happening, but or the guy. No, actually, I'm sorry. Time out. The guy who fucking voices Thrawn because have you heard his voice?
No.
When we were that makes the character.
Yeah.
Thrawn's voice. Maybe we'll look up a clip.
It seems like his voice is a big deal.
He has a menacing voice.
And you can't. The same cannot be said about Ezra because he's voiced by Freddie Prinze Jr., right?
I believe so.
Who's an adult white man.
You could have anybody. If Ezra's voice does not sound right, I'm not even gonna notice.
Oh yeah.
Also, there's definitely a time hop here. Ezra's a kid. Last time we see him,
right?
He's gonna be an adult, so I do not care about the voice.
Is there gonna be a time hop?
There has to be.
When does Rebels take place?
Rebels takes place before A New Hope.
Oh, and
this Ahsoka show is going to take place
after The Mandalorian, which takes place after Empire Strikes Back.
After
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Holy shit, there's so much Star Wars.
So there's going to be at least a 15-year time jump. He's going to be an adult in this.
I did not realize that Rebels... I thought Rebels... It's Resistance that takes place.
Resistance takes place after everything we've just mentioned.
Yes, but before Force Awakens.
Fuck yes,
yeah.
There's just so much Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah, but these two characters have been rumored for a while. It seems like this is, watch it not be it, but it seems like this is finally it. And
I feel like we've talked about these possibilities before, and they're always different people, but it seems like they're narrowing it down, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks is selling his movie home of nearly 30 years, so his trailer. I don't know why they called it
I was like, which movie? His trailer.
His trailer that he brings with
like,
him to every movie he's been in.
I thought you meant like the fake home he lived in this one movie he was in, and I was like, which one?
And why does he own it? That would be my first question.
Also, why does he get,
he signed the inside of it, which I think is funny.
Nice.
This I read this article. He talks about different times he had people over, it also the article was a bit cheeky about this. It sounds like he be fucking in that trailer.
Oh.
And
I mean, it sounds like it was his house.
yeah, he owned it. But yeah, so if you want Tom Hanks's trailer, it's being auctioned.
Oh,
They-
he hasn't sold it yet.
Yeah,
He's- I see.
they think it's gonna go between 125 and like 200,000.
Oh. That's actually way cheaper than I thought you were gonna say. I mean, I guess it is a trailer.
Yeah. Michael B. Jordan prepping his own Black Superman project.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Is it a
Who
fan
knows?
thing
Who
or
knows
is
at
or
this
does that's
dude.
that's the thing is I saw this and I immediately got angry and I didn't know why and I was like, because fucking
It's
what are they
because you don't know
doing?
what canon is it in? Is it animated? Is it part of the DCEU?
Yeah, I immediately got angry and for a second I was like, am I fucking am I upset because he's and I was like, no, it's because fucking
Yeah.
what is going on?
Yeah.
Because I literally had to sit down and be like, all right, what are you upset about? And I was like, there's so many canonical. He can be any version of Superman. It doesn't
Oh
fucking
yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
His race does not matter.
Right.
I was like, so what are you upset about? And then I was like, the fuck are they doing? Like, are
Yeah.
they even doing this?
Right.
Is he doing this of his own volition?
That's the thing. Like, is Michael? The fact that it says Michael B. Jordan is prepping his own thing does make it sound like it's a fan film. Assuming it's not a fan film, it could either be a DC animated universe, it could be a DCEU, which we all know is separate from the Jokerverse. So maybe
Right.
it's the sequel to the Joker. And then there's the Titans Doom Patrol stuff, which is technically canonical with the movies, but not really. And then there's the Arrowverse, which it's probably not that.
I was just. They just keep. That's what I landed on. Is I was just angry that I was like, who's doing this and why? I mean, I know Michael B. Jordan's doing it, but like, why? What is this setting up? Is this setting up? If he's doing it on his own, good for him.
If there was ever anyone to play Black Superman, number one pick, obviously Barack Obama. But he's not.
He would need a personal trainer.
No, he fucking wouldn't. Have you seen that guy?
He's
that guy's
skinny.
jacked, ripped. Oh
He's-
well. I mean,
You
yeah.
gotta put some bulk on if you're gonna
Yeah.
be Superman.
But like I love Michael B. Jordan. I've said many times that he's my favorite actor. Even if he's playing Clark Kent, and it just so happens that Clark Kent is black in this universe. Who
No,
gives?
yeah.
I'm so down.
But you
for
know
him
what
to
I
play
do want to
Superman.
know? Where does this?
Oh yeah,
where
yeah.
does this universe take place?
No, it's probably its own. It's a new thing. It's its own thing.
Yeah, I'm so excited for those. I can really keep track of those. DC. I'm not even invested in DC movies, and I'm pissed.
Just mad at him. Yeah.
Again, if this is a passionate love fan film, good for him.
Oh yeah.
100%. And if he got hired by DC to do whatever he's doing, also good for him.
That's the
But fuck you, DC, and tell me what you're doing.
yeah. Yeah.
I was just so glad I was able to sit down and sort in my head what my issues were, because I really had a moment of self-reflection of like, why am I mad
Right.
about this? And just, God damn it, just DC letting me down again. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't understand what you're doing. Is this a soft reboot? What are you doing? Moving on.
Hey, speaking of new Suicide Squad, almost here.
Wait, that's on the list. Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Whoops.
Toys are in stores, and we still don't have a trailer.
Oh,
is
good.
Is the topic?
Oh, that's not your editorializing. That's literally,
no, that's literally
good.
this is
Good.
about.
I can't wait for the entire movie to be spoiled based on those toys, like King Kong, Godzilla
Yeah,
vs Kong was.
I've already seen a couple of them.
Some of them are obviously like I'm sure they still do that shit where it's like underwater Spider-Man and
No.
it's like not part of the movie.
Marvel, at least with Marvel Legends figures, it's gonna fucking be in the movie.
Oh, I assume you were talking about toys.
Oh,
for
no,
like
well,
kids.
Marvel Legends are for kids, but They're just very well. Like, this is a Legends figure that I'm looking at right here.
Okay.
Sorry to spoil whatever this is. But get. I know I just shit on DC, but get your shit together, Marvel. Give us a trailer.
I know this is not why you brought it up, and maybe I'm just slow and people have already come to this conclusion. Do you think that No Way Home implies he's going to be stuck in another multiverse?
That would be insane. You know, I mean, we've made videos about him. I'll sit here and speculate on what I think is going to happen in a Marvel movie. This one has me flabbergasted.
Yeah.
There's been so much hype and so much this and that about this movie. I have no idea what to expect.
It's gotten to the point with these rumors that, like, it's got to be intentional at this point. Like, the fact that, like, everybody who's ever touched a Spider-Man project, even if it was Broadway for the last 20 years, is supposedly going to make an appearance in this movie, but also Daredevil is going to be in it. It's got to be intentional at this point to fucking throw us off our rhythm of, like, what the fuck? Like, no one is going to be able to predict what this movie is about.
Even when a trailer comes out, if Tobey Maguire turns his head and says, "That's right, bitch, I'm back," sometimes Marvel puts things in their trailers that don't happen in the movies.
Right. They could straight up that would be the most evil, most dubious one yet, but they could put Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire in the trailer and then they're not in the movie at all.
Cut to that Office meme where it's Michael Scott in the car and he's like, "It's Britney, bitch," and then it's just Tobey Maguire does a hair flip towards the camera.
That's a good gif. That's a great clip. I love out of context Office clips.
Yeah.
Maybe I should watch this show someday.
You know, I think you would enjoy it. NASA detects first FM radio signals from Jupiter moon Ganymede. Ganymede. Ganymede.
So there's what's happening? There's a radio on Neptune?
Yeah, Taylor Swift is jamming out on Neptune. No, so it's a natural occurrence because, you know, there's different what is a radio station if not airwaves? But this is our first time getting an FM wave from Jupiter.
Oh, okay.
It's just some nerd shit.
Okay.
Do
you mean Neptune?
No, I mean Jupiter.
Oh, why did I hear Neptune?
Oh, I might have said it by accident. I meant Jupiter.
Oh, okay.
Breaking live-action Pokemon series in works with Netflix and Lucifer showrunner. From Lucifer showrunner.
Live-action series?
Live-action Pokemon series.
Netflix. Okay, there's a lot of... Netflix makes good stuff.
But look at what they used for the...
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the only live-action Pokemon thing. Regardless of what I thought about it, it was widely successful, and it already has a sequel planned, I think. There's a confirmed Detective Pikachu 2 in the works, right?
I don't know.
I think there is. I will give them this about Detective Pikachu. The Pokemon might have looked shitty, but the Pokemon also looked shitty. I didn't like the way they looked at Detective Pikachu.
Well, get ready for a whole series. I'd be down if the series... You know what I'm dying for in a live action?
A show. I think I know what you're going to say. A show about not Ash Ketchum.
Well, yes. Actually, what I thought Detective Pikachu was going to turn into, I want a tournament. I want a movie about a Pokemon tournament. I want a Rocky-style Pokemon movie.
You want exactly what I want. You want My Hero Academia Season 2, but Pokemon, but live action.
Yeah, or One Punch Man Season 2, but Pokemon.
But,
and also
but live action, but good.
Satire.
But good.
Well, I wasn't going to go there. I don't want it to be as satirical as One Punch Man. But I want... No, you know what? I'm going to stick with my original statement. I want a Rocky movie Pokemon tournament.
No, yeah, I think that as far as I mean, I know I haven't been I haven't watched the last 17 seasons of Pokemon. But I feel like a character not Ash going really hard on like just tournament is what I do. My whole life is tournaments.
This is your first
interesting.
One. You finally got into the local.
Yeah. We spent the first episode learning about how he's done local tournaments his whole life, and like maybe the episode 2 starts with him finally getting to a real tournament, and then the rest of the season. Yeah, I don't know.
I would even go smaller scale. I would say that this is still a kid. He can be Ash's age, or like a young kid, and the season 1 is about him getting into his first local tournament. But they make it epic. They make it hyped as shit, and it could be, I would love it if they get me invested in a Charmander fighting a Bulbasaur, and I'm just like, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
Just
that's
oh shit.
that. I can only assume that future seasons stuck to this format, but Pokemon season 1, 2, 3, 4 type shit had a very strong Ash and the gang are gonna fuck around for 80 episodes.
Right.
And there's gonna be 9 episodes of intense battling that you're really gonna care about and be invested in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fucking on par with Yu-Gi-Oh! Of one battle takes 4 episodes or some shit. And if they just boiled that down into one thing, but
Yeah.
I don't. I've
No,
said
I
this
mean-
before. I want to bring it up again. Why the fuck were they all right, we want to make a live-action Pokemon. I know what we'll do. We'll make a movie based off a video game that sucks and no one played.
I think because Hollywood is completely out of sync with video games, but I just fuck them putzing around. Just give me training and give me tournament. I want story about the kid, but
Right.
I don't need to see him catching a Caterpie. I just
Right, that's the thing. If the
I want him to have his team in training for this tournament.
Yeah.
And the tournament is this. You haven't seen Cobra Kai.
I have not. No, I
Oh.
probably.
A Pokemon Cobra Kai, they're training. You start to hate this character and you like this character. Like if it's
Yeah.
him, his friend who's also entering the tournament,
But then there's a
and then
shitlord
there's a shitlord,
who has all the mean Pokemon who
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then the whole season is building up to them entering the tournament. Fuck, we're making this a video essay. Stay tuned for more on that. I'm saying it now. I'm just kidding. We can talk about it later.
Also, no Team Rocket. Stop making.
yeah, you don't need Team
Stop
Rocket.
making Team Rocket a thing.
Don't need it. Don't need them.
I don't even need a serious, edgy Team Rocket. I just don't. Just you can have antagonists within the Pokemon
yeah.
world and not do.
Absolutely. Wholeheartedly agree. Also, why are these adults? Why is there 2 adults for every child in the Pokemon universe?
And why are they named after, historical, you know that right?
Right, yeah.
Jesse James, Annie Oakley.
Yeah.
Butch Cassidy. There's one from Pokemon Chronicles that no one watched, but it's very good. Pokemon Chronicles is essentially what if we did an episode or 2 about every side character, and one of the bad guys there, it's a duo, a Team Rocket duo, a man and a woman, and their names are Attila and Hun.
Cool. Awesome. So this next one, I have a lot of mixed emotions about.
Okay.
James Gunn
I like that guy.
reveals
Okay.
Marvel.
Yeah.
I want every word. I want your
Okay.
reaction from every word. And
And
DC
okay, those are 2 comic book names I know.
comic characters
Okay.
in his crossover pitch.
Oh, I did hear something about this.
James Gunn wants to bring both of these
Does he want to do
IPs to the big screen.
Does he want to do MCU DCEU? Cuz that'll fucking suck.
James Gunn finally reveals his Marvel DC Comics crossover movie pitch that he asked Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige about.
Oh. I can only imagine that this will never ever happen. The fact that he was so serious about it that he went straight to Feige is telling, though, that he has faith that it might happen.
I do not want peas in my mashed potatoes. I do not want DC all up in my Marvel movies.
Well, the thing is, first of all, sure.
I like how
I can understand that.
I like how
wouldn't-
James Gunn is he's been on both ends though, and he's like, and we're gonna pull together and we're gonna do a little kiss.
I feel like it's too late because I feel like
Yeah.
the 2 characters I would really want to see go at it. One of them just isn't a character anymore. I feel like Superman versus Captain America is the obvious.
Oh, I wanted Iron Man and Batman. That's funny.
Iron Man wins because he has lasers.
No, you're right. I mean, you're right, but Iron
No,
Man versus Superman. No, Superman wins.
No, I feel like yeah, I don't know.
Thor versus Superman. That's what I want.
Honestly, if this did happen and it was DCEU and MCU, it would probably be Wonder Woman versus Captain Marvel,
Right.
which wouldn't be terrible.
No.
I would.
Oh yeah, nowadays because I mean, right, you're bringing it to
I'm saying
MCU
right
now.
yeah.
Wonder Woman versus
pro-
Captain Marvel. Right.
Maybe Batman versus the new Captain Falcon. I
What
mean,
if
the
it
new
was,
Captain America.
Flash versus Spider-Man, and Spider-Man sticks onto him, and he's just like
Dude,
flying for a bit.
just make Captain America Civil War again, but make one team DC and one team MCU,
The
and
Avengers versus Justice
for
League.
the love of fuck, just don't put Harley Quinn in the movie,
Yeah.
please.
Don't need
Unless, well, hold on, wait a minute. Unless Deadpool is in the movie, because then we put both of them in the movie. Yes, definitely.
it. Okay.
The end.
Can
Can you imagine? I know we right now we kind of don't love her, and you haven't seen Birds of Prey, but could you imagine Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn versus Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool? I'm there.
That
for
would be
it.
cool.
I'm there for it.
That would be cool.
Hey, Chris. I don't care. But we've been going 40 minutes on this news section.
Okay, I am so sorry.
No,
Just
I
a
don't
lot
care.
Of news.
It's just
All right, last three things. The baby, I guess, is a rapper.
Yep,
Lashes
he-
out at women and gay people in hateful speech at a concert. So fuck him.
but he what did he do? Say again?
Lashes out at women and gay people in hateful speech
Oh,
at a concert.
well, that's no good.
No, that's not good. Britney Spears officially files to have her father removed from conservatorship.
How many? Okay, I feel like she just did that and just lost this, but I'm there for her.
Yeah. The Suicide Squad star Jai
Courtney.
Courtney reignites DC versus Marvel feud with hilarious not suitable for work message. I haven't watched it yet. He loses though.
Oh,
I'm just saying I haven't watched a second of it. But if it's between Marvel and DC, he loses. He can make up any argument he wants, and he's
is
gonna
that what
lose.
he just posted a YouTube video of
I
being
guess
like
so.
DC is better than you? I think he's Australian.
Unless I straight up go to that video and he's like, "Well, Marvel wins," and it's like, all right,
yeah,
the end.
the end. Jai Courtney is someone who like I had no, I knew nothing about. I saw him in Suicide Squad, and then when they announced he was going to be in the Suicide Squad, I was like, okay.
Mm.
And then
Yeah.
he made news because apparently he was like, Marvel sucks. Maybe, who knows? That sucks about DaBaby though. DaBaby's very talented. I've been slowly becoming a fan of his. He collabs with Dua Lipa a lot. Who I absolutely love Dua Lipa. That's interesting. If that's something serious, I'm sure she will have something to say about that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to keep up with that. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I don't just sounds like being a Dorcas.
Yeah. At first, when you read it, I thought you meant people were saying gay hate speech, and he was like, "Hey, cut it out." But it sounds
No.
like he was the one who.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I read into that article. It sounds like he was just calling people out at a show. Not
so
people,
weird.
but groups.
If you're a big, stupid, dumb homophobe or racist or transphobe or some shit like that, just shut the fuck up. It's 2021. All you have to do is not say that shit out loud. If you're super
Yeah.
famous,
Well-
you know, like it sounds like he went out of his way to be like, oh man, all this hate speech. Am I right?
I appreciate them pointing themselves out. I like knowing.
Yeah, just so you can know who to hate on.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking from a no. Obviously, fuck that guy. If he was homophobic, or if he told us about it or not, he's always going to be homophobic, right? But I'm just saying, like from a from a publicity standpoint, from a trying to be a famous person standpoint, in 2021 with cancel culture like at its like peak, and it has been peaking for like the last 365 days, just shut up. Just shut the fuck up, because you're not gaining fans.
Well,
you're
you
just
know what's
losing fans
scary?
if you do that.
You know what's scary about it is these people are that passionate about hating other people
Yeah,
that I don't think
That
they're
okay
stupid.
with-
Well, not even that they're okay about it, but they want to make that a point. They want to make their opinion heard on
You
that
think
stance.
that? Yeah.
They're
you
just
think
so
that-
strongly against these people that they fuck what the mainstream media thinks. I'm
Right.
going to say what I think.
So you think that
And it's
DaBaby?
scary.
It is scary. You think that DaBaby has gotten famous enough where he was like, you know what? I'm gonna say my political views now,
Yeah.
and all the people who disagree with me can fuck off, and I'm still gonna make a ton of money.
I've been saying this since I first heard that John Lennon got very political in his later years. That's not the job of an entertainer
No,
to become a politician.
no, it's not. A
Just
case in
do
point,
what
Kanye
you do
West.
and shut your mouth.
Right, like Kanye West is a weird beard, and like you mentioned earlier, probably has
Yeah, genuine
few-
mental issues. I can only
probably
assume.
yeah. But like, if he stayed in the realm of music making and was it
Yeah.
I feel like we talk about him less, but he literally tried to run for president.
Right. I feel like it's a classier approach too. Like, that's not your realm. That's not your Coliseum.
Right,
That's not the saying.
right.
Um,
Which is funny because we were just talking about a good example of this, Jordan Peele, who was like, I don't want to do comedy anymore. I want to do horror, and then
but that's entertainment. That's entertainment to entertainment.
True,
This is
yeah.
entertainment to
Yeah.
politics. It's not arena. That's the word I was looking for. That's not your
Oh,
arena.
you said
I said
Coliseum.
Coliseum,
Yeah.
and I was like, that
no
is not
worries,
what
no
you-
worries.
That is not what it is. That's not your arena. That's not what you do.
Right,
And you might be a brilliant, smart, know exactly what you're talking about. Stay your lane.
stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, and I think it's a classier move to just be like, I know what I am, I know what I do. And if you are gonna make you're so passionate about politics later in your life, I understand passions change.
Right.
That you want to go that direction, then fuck everything else and go do it.
Right. Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
No, it more often than not, I know what you're saying. More often than not, it gives off the vibe of like, all right, well, I've just released my 8th studio album. I'm a gajillionaire. I'm going to use all my fame to just spew my shitty political views all over social media.
Yeah.
And because I have so many followers, some people are going to say some things about the things I have to say.
Right. Right.
Because people will listen to me because I have...
But it's also scary that people care that much about gay people.
Yeah.
Like, it's not bothering you in the
Right.
slightest.
right.
It blows my mind. How is it affecting you?
Right.
How is it affecting you?
Right. Yeah.
Are you afraid a guy's gonna hit on you?
while you're
what?
while you're live on stage.
Yeah, and even if they do, so what? You don't have to accept the pass. You know, you don't have to.
No, yeah, just I don't know.
If somebody makes a pass at you and they're into you, you don't have to.
I mean, what you just said, regardless of sexual identity, if someone makes pass you and you know, no thanks.
You're not right. If
I'm not interested. Thank
Right.
you though.
yeah, it's no big deal. It's no big deal.
Yeah, it really is no big deal. And when people make a big deal about it, that's when they get canceled. So
And if it's against your beliefs, then don't you do it.
right, yeah, I don't know. Or start questioning your beliefs.
Or well, correct. There's a step further.
Yeah.
But even if you like, that's the other thing too. I'm not going to step on somebody else's beliefs.
Right.
That's your bit. It's not affecting me what you believe in
Right,
until
exactly.
you try to hurt me.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Then I got to stick up for myself. But that's why I didn't even take it to that level. I don't care what you believe in. What you believe in does not affect me.
Right. Exactly.
And your sexual preference sure as hell doesn't affect me.
Right.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Sorry if that's how we end this podcast.
Oh no, man. I mean, it's one, we don't always got to be funny, especially
Right.
on the podcast. If this was a Let's Play, maybe I'd be like, all right, let's talk about
Right.
this another time. But a podcast is just a place where we get to hang out, safe space, talk about whatever. But two, it's not only is it interesting, in my opinion, but it's important to be said,
Yeah.
And we're pretty late into this podcast. Probably,
That's
going
a long
a bit,
one.
going a bit long. But if you made it this far, thank you so
you.
much. If you want to contribute to anything we talked about, really, go ahead and do it in the comments.
Yeah.
And we'll probably see it because we don't get many frequent comments. But yeah, other than that, look out for a new Dr. Payne 2 days from now. Also happening 2 days from now, we'll be live on Twitch. Probably, hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, finishing up Luigi's Mansion.
Yes.
Which is exciting stuff.
Leading into Pauline's speed run.
Yes, if you
Which is
haven't heard
very
already,
exciting.
Pauline is working on a speed run of the indie game Return of the Obra Dinn, which we notoriously just failed super hard at on the channel, Chris and I.
Yes.
But
She's gonna redeem us.
We definitely reached an ending.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll do it for us. Once again, sorry about all the coughing. We are gonna hear an end card here in a second. It's gonna be us talking again, telling you to do a bunch of stuff, and you should do it. And until next time, I've been Thunder,
I'm Lightning.
and we'll see you later. Thank you for listening and watching. And if you like what you see, please be sure to subscribe.
Our channel is daily uploads from podcasts to video essays, let's plays to skits.
Be sure to find us on Twitch and Patreon.
Our theme song is Sunny Day by Froggy and the Friendship, and our Let's Play intro is Sunny Bit by the same band.
Link to all these in the description below. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.